Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, Civil Grim here, and welcome back to another video. So lately we have seen a lot of less of Joker with Norse Globe, and look, in soul raids, at the very least in Dawn of Apocalypse soul raids, and on ice soul raids where the artifact bonuses do not split, so you're not missing out on much for putting Norse Globe on the secondary characters, it's gonna be insane damage, and it's gonna be far more damage than Harley, like somewhere around the point of double the damage that Harley is able to deal, because you're able to trigger this passive, and this is one of the very few passives in the game that's supposed to give you a lot of damage and really gives you a lot of damage and does not lie to you. If you're wondering why this works so well for Joker, is that the damage increase kind of applies 2 times for him. Same goes for Harley's damage on stun targets, because the damage increase will first apply on basic attack hits, and then it will apply on the dot damage as well. And we're going to take a look at some fights from QWERTY where he really takes this to the next level. So let's get into this. So excuse me, let me put the camera back on. Let's make this full screen. So first up, we're going to have a fight here against Speed Force Flash. He's going to use Justice Flash for the additional fast attack hits with Norse Globe equipped, obviously for the revive. So Norse Globe is going to allow him to get 2 more targets that die over here, granting Joker far more attack than he would usually get. There's 1 target dying, second, and third one. There we go. And Joker did get stunned on tagging, but that's fine. It doesn't really matter that much if it happens at the start, because you have enough health to really be fine. It's a problem if it happens like in the last minute, where it's going to pretty much gonna be able to spam you with special ones. And I don't know why, but the damage, honestly, when you look at it like this, doesn't really seem that high. But when you take things into perspective and look at the end damage side of things, it's actually insanely high. Like, we're used to seeing high dot values, this is lower dot values, but there's a lot of them. And the damage on the normal hits as well is going to be huge, like around 500k on a swipe or something like that. It's a fast attack hit. He tanked the super move with EPI over there. I think maybe Joker could have still tanked the super move here because of the tons of health that he's getting from the firebox, but better safe than sorry, I guess. Using super move here, now it's at peak performance, it doesn't get better than this. Or does it? We're going to see another fight where it's another scenario. Though this scenario wouldn't have been able to be done here. And just wanna kind of emphasize how easily this man is going to interrupt Boss Flash. Like, this dude's Speed Force Flash is not like the hardest character in the game to combo interrupt. It's not like combo interrupting Reverse Flash, because some Flash characters have a frame advantage. Speed Force Flash, let's say it's one of the easiest Flash characters to combo interrupt, but still it's quite impressive. And it's pretty much going to keep combo interrupting this dude, pinning him to a corner, and dealing tons of dot damage, I think, it's at some points. I don't know where that happens, but it's going to be like 2 mil. I think I saw a 2 mil value flying. Yes, it's gonna be at points 2 mil. Maybe he's got some lethal attack damage on the firebox, and that 2 mil dot value is going to trigger when both lethal and crit are going to hit on the firebox. But yeah, definitely quite impressive over here. And this can be taken also to the next level. Also, if you're wondering why he's not using special twos, is because it's ideal to not use special twos. Not because it's not the optimal gameplay or it's not gonna be some decent damage, but you simply do more damage with your basic attack hits than you do with your special 2. He got a little bit lucky over here, because if that was a special 1 that he failed to combo interrupt, then he would have been stun locked until pretty much the end of the match. But nevertheless, a very great job so far over here. And this is far more than Harley's ever going to be able to do in Dawn of Apocalypse at the very least without Raven, and this frees up Raven so you can use it with Kinflan Sakomen, with Beta Club or Mr. Freeze or whatever else. That's 531 mil damage. Now let's take a look at the next fight, because in the next fight he will have 2 Norse Globes. One on Flash and one on EPI. And the level 10 firebox on Joker. Yes, he does have some lethal attack chance, and I'm suspecting some lethal attack damage on that firebox. Okay, so here he has EPI though with all the gears equipped, so it will take some time for EPI to die, I guess. Though considering that I know he doesn't really put much defense even on the characters that need defense because he needs that damage, I don't think it's gonna be that big of a problem. But he does have some defense on EPI. Keep in mind, EPI kind of needs to live. You need the 2 clones from EPI to die, but she needs to live because if EPI dies, you'll lose the dot damage from her passive. Okay, EPI getting hit here. He seems quite reluctant on using specials, my boy Scarecrow here. So maybe he's going to wait on super move and tank the super move with EPI and then let her die if super move doesn't kill her. Also, I don't remember if this Scarecrow's got the Berserk ability where he does more damage depending on the power amounts that he's got. Okay, super move with Joker, EPI tank the super move. And she survived, sadly. This time, sadly. She's going to get a few hits in. She took quite a long time to die, but the damage increase, I suspect, is going to be worthwhile. Okay, now we got the clone version. First clone is dead. EPI getting tagged back in. Again, it will take a few hits to die. And it's gonna get hit by a special 2. Took quite long to kill EPI here, actually. But I still suspect it's gonna be more damage even so. Okay, EPI is alive, so that's great. Joker back in there. Combo shot again, re-engage the combo, and we can see that the dot values, the top dot value, let's say, when it's the ideal scenario, has gone all the way up to 2 mil damage. So definitely quite a bit of an improvement compared to the previous fights. And we do have after this a fight where he has improved this even more, or gets a slightly better result, let's just say that. And I'm not sure how viable this will be for other soul raids, because in other soul raids you're going to miss out on the passive bonuses from the artifacts by not equipping a soul raid specific artifact of that soul raid on the character. Though since not everybody's got high level soul raid artifacts, for a lot of people, and especially for the free to play guys, that's not gonna matter, and you're going to have a better time having the Norris Globe. Like if you have like a level 2 and level 3 Dark Metal cards, you're going to be able to spare Norris Globe, and it's gonna give you far more damage. But when it comes to the, let's say, pay to win side of things, this not might be that viable if you, let's say, have to give up on 5 or 6k attack to do this. But we can only wait and tell. But for this one, where it really doesn't matter what artifacts the other characters have, it's gonna be fine doing this. It's gonna be totally fine doing this. And yeah, moving towards the end of this fight, so far pretty high damage values. Pretty insane, let's say, and he's managed to pull kind of a perfect fight here. Again, I kind of did not like how much EPI took to die, but yet again, if she takes less to die, then she might die the last time and you can lose all the dot damage. So it's quite a big risk, but that was higher than the previous one, as the title says, but slightly higher. And this is his best performance so far, so let's watch this to end things off. And again, check out QWERTY, I'll put a link in the description, in the pinned comment to his channel, and make sure to check him out. He's at the moment, I think we can safely say, the best in just mobile player. Okay, Scarecrow killing all those flash clones. I would say that was a pretty lucky start. It went pretty well. And I think that EPI is gearless because it's pretty much the same boss, so the only thing that could make such a big difference would be EPI not having gears and like dying faster. And he's going to go with this one all the way to super move against this dude before killing EPI, because EPI is going to die to super move, and she's going to be able to do that pretty much only once. So it's going to be most optimal to let her die to super move and then get the clones killed at that moment. And also on top of that, add the Last of Joker super move to end things off on top of that. Okay, Joker super move, and EPI gets tagged in, gets killed by super move. Again, this is quite risky, because that EPI is going to die quite fast if not careful. The EPI getting killed again. The clone getting killed, he's blocking that so he does not get killed by basic attack hits, and EPI gets tagged into getting hit by special. And look, it was safe enough. I wouldn't say it was too risky. and Joker back in there, and it's going to be pretty much a very similar scenario to the previous fight. We see the 2 mil dot value. The only difference is going to be that he reached the optimal point where he's got 5 stacks of the Joker passive far sooner, so he's going to have a lot more time to deal the optimal damage while the enemy is in the corner and he can come unchopped. And yeah, with that being said, this was kind of it for this video. It's quite insane the interactions that Neuroscope is able to provide, and we also got the Kinflant, Sakwaman, and Deathstroke interactions, which are a little bit lackluster for me and for a lot of people who have lower level Neuroscope, because the clones are going to die quite fast and don't get the percentage health damages out of the way, though still quite worth using in a lot of scenarios. But we can only wait and see how this develops. So far, I really do like Neuroscope. I think I still like Dark Metal cards more, but it might be. It's kind of arguable between Neuroscope and the Firebox, which one is the better artifact. But I'm kind of tending to pivot towards Neuroscope being the better artifact if it remains in this state and the Conflant, Sakwaman, and Deathstroke interaction does not get nerfed. But yeah, all that being said, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to check out QWERTYman's video. There will be a link in the description, the pinned comment to it. And my dude, at this point, you're not doing him a favor. When I asked him if I could use his videos, he said that he's not looking for me to promote him anyway. I can just use him, not even credit him. So you're really doing yourself a service by following this man in his journey to optimize his gameplay in terms of Injustice 2 Mobile and get those crazy results. So make sure to check it out. That being said, thanks so much for watching it again, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye!